Today we're going to crochet a shell edge or a scalloped edge on the classic granny square. So this can be adapted to the larger sizes and the smaller sizes, and I've got a tutorial on this you can watch before if you want to do that. Okay, so to get started, what we're going to need is some DK yarn. I'm going to use a size 4 hook, and we've got a tapestry needle and some scissors or snips. So you take your granny square and you fix your yarn. So we're going to join our yarn at the corner. You can join this here as well, and what I do is I'll just put my hook through and pull my yarn. And from here, I'm just going to bring my yarn around the front, just tuck it under the hook and hold that end. And I'm going to start making 5 half double crochets in American terms. And I'm going to make those into the middle, the chain on top of the middle of this cluster. So I'll just show you a little more closely. So there's our first cluster, and we're going to be working into not this one, but this one. So the middle one, okay. So wrapping our yarn, so sweeping down and up into the middle chain here, pulling our yarn through, sweeping down and up again and pulling our yarn through 2 loops, leaving 2 on the hook, and then the third again to make a half double crochet. We're going to do that 4 more times. That's our second, our third half double crochet, our fourth, and our fifth. And now what we're going to do is in this chain gap, we're going to insert our hook, pull our yarn through, and then pull through the loop, making a slip stitch. And there you have your first shell or scallop. We're going to repeat that again, working into the middle chain of our cluster here and working into our chain gap. So 3 half double crochets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then into our chain gap, our slip stitch. Okay, we're going to repeat again. 5 half double crochets. 3, 4, and 5 half double crochets and slip stitch into the chain gap. 5 half double crochets again. 3 and 4 and 5 half double crochets, and then slip stitch into our chain gap, and you can see how it's shaping up already. And we'll keep repeating this pattern as we go round, so you can follow along with me. So 5 more half double crochets, and then we'll do our corner. 1, 2, I'll just take that one out. I've just gone through the yarn in the wrong place there, rather than the actual chain. So we've got 1, going 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if you make a mistake, just simply undo that like I did and start again from the next nearest place. Okay, so we're into our corner now. So we're going to simply make our slip stitch into our corner as we have been. Turn our work slightly, and now we're going to work again 5 half double crochets into the chain in the middle of the cluster here. So really it's no different on our corners as it is to our edges. 3 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, and 5 half double crochets. And we slip stitch into our chain gap again. So you can see our corner there that we've made. Just a really simple and easy way to make sure this works with every granny square that we're making. So that's 1 half double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then slip stitch into our I'll do that again, into our chain gap there. There we are. So continue along with me as I crochet the shell going around all of our granny square. Speed it up or slow it down to suit you, or rewind if you want the instructions again. So we're almost at the beginning of where we began our round of shells and scallops. So we're just going to finish our last one. So we're going to do yarn over and we're going to do 5 half double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we slip stitch into our corner. And then we are going to just slip stitch into the chain over here, the chain where we started here, just to finish our work. So I'm just going to pull through. So what you would do here, I'll just do that again for you, is we would snip our yarn and then pull through the loop just to secure. Here we are. And I'll just pull that tight and that's nice and secure for us. And then all we have to do is take our tapestry needle and weave in our 2 ends there. And we've got a lovely scalloped, a lovely shell edge going around our granny square. And depending how big our classic granny square is, this will adapt to suit and work perfectly. Every shell above every cluster, all neatly going round. And do watch the classic granny square video I've made, which will tie in with this beautifully for you. I'd love to see your granny square blanket with your shell edge and how you use this. I'd love to see the colours you use as well, that'd be really nice. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.